Okay, the topic here is solving quadratic equations by square root method. And the definition, if we know that a quantity squared is equal k, then this quantity is equal minus or plus square root of k. So here, for example 7, the quantity happens to be x minus 1. So this quantity squared is equal negative 7. According to this definition, this means that this quantity, which is x minus 1, is equal minus or plus square root of k, which is square root of negative 7. Now, using complex numbers, square root of negative 7 is just I square root of 7. So that's how we get rid of this negative sign inside the radical. In other words, we use in this definition square root of negative k is equal I square root of k. K is a positive number. Now here we can go one more step. This means that x, we need to add 1 to both sides. So x is equal 1 plus or minus I square root of 7. And we're done. For next example, the difference between example 8 and 7, we get a perfect square here. So we can go one more step. So this means that 2x plus 1, the quantity squared, the quantity is 2x plus 1. This would be minus or plus square root of k. K is this whole thing, so square root of negative 81. This means that 2x plus 1 is equal minus or plus I square root of 81, which means 2x plus 1 is equal minus plus I, but square root of 81 is 9, so 9i. Now the rest is easy. 2x is equal, subtract 1 from both sides, so minus 1 minus plus 9i, and divide by 2. So x is equal negative 1/2 minus plus 9 over 2i. And that's it for this example. For example 9 is a little bit different. We need, before we can use the square root method, we have to get rid of this 3 and this 1. So let's get rid of the 1 first. So 3x squared is equal 5 minus 1. I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. We get 4. Then divide both by 3, which means x squared is equal 4 over 3. Now I can use square root method. Square root method says x is equal minus or plus square root of k. K is 4 over 3, and I'm done. Actually, I could go one more step. You can just say square root of 4 is 2, square root of 3. And that's it for this example. The number 10 is exactly the same. Before we can use square root method, I need to somehow get rid of the negative 2 and 3. To get rid of negative 2, I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Therefore, I'm going to have 3x minus 5 squared equal minus 7. Negative 7 plus 2 is negative 5. Divide both by 3. I get x minus 5 squared is equal negative 5 over 3. Now I can use the square root method. Square root method says this quantity x minus 5 is minus or plus square root of k, which is negative 5 over 3. Which means x minus 5 is equal minus plus. To get rid of this negative, we introduce the I, so it's I square root of 5 over 3. One more step and we're done. Add 5 to both sides, and then we get x equal 5 minus plus I square root of 5 over square root of 3. And you're done. And that's it.